Hey everybody, my name is Keith Dessa. I'm the National Sales Manager for Access Communications in Canada. And today we're at the Security Canada Central Show. We're standing in front of the Access booth where we're showcasing some new technology or new solutions that we're offering for the marketplace. Today we're showing Perimeter Defender, which is this analytic that you see residing here. It is an edge-based analytic that resides on the camera, so you load it like an application, no different than you'd load an application on your phone, you'd load this on the camera directly. So no server required to make this work. And what this does is allows you to protect your perimeter by triggering alarms based on different applications or different scenarios. So for example, just someone entering a restricted area. As you can see, the camera clearly picks up the gentleman walking through the area, and as he gets out from the scene itself, he will call his dog over and the dog won't trigger the alarm. So it's able to trigger for humans but not for animals itself, and that is configurable within the software itself. Another scenario you can do is loitering, where a person enters this area but has to be in that set area for a duration of time, say it's 2 minutes. So after a set duration, the alarm will trigger. Another scenario you can do on this is to cover large areas itself. And as you can see, this is a very large field, and as you can tell, it's picking up a gentleman that is walking across that field 200 feet away. It's no problem, it works in that application as well. And then the final scenario you can do with this is a zone cross scenario, and that is where a person goes from a non-restricted area, maybe it's a warning area, to a restricted area. So as you can tell, the system didn't trigger an alarm until the gentleman walked over the fence and entered that restricted area. Now, what's cool about this particular product, and you'll see another product that you can tie together with our Perimeter Defender analytic, is if I wanted to have a warning zone here, I can have a speaker play an audible device or an audible sound saying, hey, you've entered a restricted area, through one of our network-based audio devices, which I'll show you in a second. And then when he gets to the actual restricted area, a different message can play, and they can say that police have been dispatched, please vacate the premises immediately. So it's kind of interesting what you can do, and this again resides solely on the edge, so no network traffic required to actually make this work. So next up to show you is our new network-based audio speaker or audio devices. We have several of them. We have the cabinet speaker, we have the horn. We also have a in-ceiling surround speaker, so if you're doing a distributed audio solution and want to have it recessed in the ceiling, you can add that easily. And we also have a device here called the Network Audio Bridge that allows you to take an existing analog system and bring it to the IP world itself. What's interesting about these products is it combines not just the speaker from the analog world, it takes the amplifier, it takes the preamp, it takes the media hub, and combines all those devices together into the speaker. So for example, if you're doing a camera outside, it detects motion at nighttime in an area you don't want anyone walking, and say it's a fenced yard, you can have the speaker play a message that is pre-recorded on it. Or if you have a guard can actually speak directly through the speaker and talk to the individuals out there itself. As a paging system, this can be deployed in school applications, retail applications, and then it can be paged through any phone system, and then you're able to tie video analytics to those paging announcements as well. And then the third application we have is background music. So having the ability to play background music within your site, having the ability to page and tie in security applications to that as well. Maybe someone's exited through a door they're not supposed to go through, or maybe they're trying to open up a cabinet they're not supposed to touch and it's triggering an alarm. You can have a speaker play a pre-recorded message for that. On top of that, you can have your music playing throughout the day, so it's a retail application, and then every hour you want to have an announcement page, your sales of the day. It'll then mute out the music and have that message play for a set duration, and then take off the message and put back on the music. And it's done quite easily through the GUI that you see on your screen here. You can also have streaming music play through it, so if you want to use Soundtrack My Brand or Spotify or any type of streaming service, there's a web GUI interface for that as well. You just load in the RTSP stream from the service, and then it'll play that music through the actual website itself. So our third item that I want to show you today is our P3717-VE, and as you can see, it's our multi-sensor 360-degree camera that gives you 4 separate sensors within one housing on a single stream that comes out in a single cable as well. What it allows you to do with this particular camera allows you to have 4 different sensors positioned in any way, shape, or form. 1 could be positioned down and 3 could be looking out, so you have a 180 degree that you want to view, but you don't want a blind spot, so you can have a single sensor looking down and those 3 looking out. Or if you have a crossways in your hallways, and you have an intersection where all 4 hallways are meeting, you can add this to the center of that, and it can look down all 4 corridors at the same time with a single camera run and typically a single license on most VMS applications. They're all at 1080p or 2 megapixel. It also has wide dynamic range forensic capture, so if looking out a front door, you'll actually be able to cut back on the backlighting and really capture images of people's faces. Because there's 4 streams of video that are coming off of this particular camera, some might be concerned about bandwidth. It has a bandwidth reduction tool built into it that we call ZipStream. That'll show you roughly a 50% savings in a 24-hour period. The cameras itself have been outfitted with remote focus and zoom. So once they've been positioned, you can actually remotely configure them, focus them, and zoom them from any computer that is connected to the network itself. And if you want to check out more information on any of the products I've talked about, you can go to www.axis.com. Thank you.